Happy New Year. Happy 2020. It's January 1st, 2020. And I'd like to talk about having 2020 vision. Hi, my name's Lawrence Sam, and welcome to the very first episode of Money for the Win. Okay, so this is the inaugural episode. I'm really not going to do a lot today, just going to give you an overview. And one of the things I want to do is just kind of help you look forward to what we're going to be doing here. So this is the first video. There's not going to be any kind of editing. There's not going to be a lot of graphics or anything. But what I expect to do over the year and years to come is to improve what I can offer on this channel. So today I'm really going to just talk a little bit about what the whole point of Money for the Win is going to be, and then end with a recap. Okay, so. The whole idea of Money for the Win kind of was born out of this experience that I had, that when I was 20 years old in the Marines, I came across a book on personal finance. And as I read that book, I was absolutely shocked by the information inside of it. Fortunately, I took it to heart and put it into action and had a tremendous amount of financial success very early on in my life. Over the course, that was when I was about 20 years old, and I'm now 52, so it's 32 years. Now, over the course of the past 32 years, I had plenty of ups and plenty of downs, ups and downs over and over. And I've learned a lot from those experiences. I've also had a number of mentors, attended a number of seminars, and read tons of books. And so now, following a period of instability that was then transformed to a tremendous period of growth that I'm currently on today, I just reflected on how, one, I didn't really get a lot of financial education. And one of the things I like to say is that for most of us, growing up, we were taught really only two things about money: how to spend it and how to work for it. And really in that order. If you think about it, the first time you were given, depending on your age, a quarter or a dollar, typically it was like a parent or a grandparent saying, hey, go get yourself some candy, go get a toy, go spend this money that you did nothing to earn. Then later on, we're kind of taught to go to school, to get a good job, to earn an income. But we continue to follow that pattern of spend, earn, spend, earn. So what I like to say is that we were first taught how to spend it, second taught how to work for it, but there's a third thing that most of us weren't taught as kids. It's how to make money work for us, how to achieve financial success. Money flows into our lives, but often we're not given a lot of direction on how best to manage its flow in and out of our lives. So that's what I hope to do with Money for the Win. I don't know how you might define win, but I want to show you some basics, and really it's basics. But 90% of the population just really aren't following them, okay? So what I'm going to talk a little bit about is, this is the whole purpose of the channel. Basically kind of like 5 areas: money management, how to get ahead financially, how to get out of debt, how to buy a home, and how to prepare for emergencies. So I said 5. See, I'm doing this on the fly. I guess 6 would also be preparing for retirement. Okay, so these 6 areas will be covered over and over. And there's a principle I like to use that's called, that is, repetition is the mother of learning. Okay, now what happens is, I have some experience as a former financial professional. I am no longer. Okay, so that gets into one of the disclaimers here, that this channel is for, and this is a necessity, I have to say this channel is for entertainment purposes only. Although I am doing my best to give good advice, I can't take responsibility for what you end up doing. Okay, so the responsibility is on you. I'm going to attempt to do my utmost to give sound and supportive advice, but how you use it is up to you. Okay, I can't take the responsibility for that. So I always recommend using financial professionals, tax advisors, any other kind of licensed professionals in a field that's necessary. Okay, all right, so we are going to just kind of go with that, this whole point. Okay, thank you. So that's going to be money management, getting ahead financially, getting out of debt, buying a home, preparing for retirement, and preparing for emergencies. So I ask that each time a video is posted, that you like the video, that you also subscribe. So my goal right now is 1 video a week. Okay, I think maybe at some point I'd like to do 2 or 3 a week. Kind of think of it like a college course will be an hour 3 times a week. So my videos aren't going to be an hour long, but when I get into the meat of what we're going to be doing here, we'll see how long it takes. All right, and the other thing is inviting others to do the same thing, to come out, watch these videos. As I get into it, these are the things that you should have learned before you had your first job, maybe at 16, or the time you first started managing money. Really learning about avoiding debt, really learning how to avoid what's called lifestyle creep, overspending. You don't want to see yourself as you get older struggling more and more and more. I don't imagine that you do, okay? Again, I told you your win might be different from mine, but we're going to talk about just basically financial success, okay? What do I mean by financial success? Well, imagine you were hired for a job. You didn't know what the job was. You hadn't been trained in that job. You weren't given the skills of success or even told what that success was going to be. But you have it, and now you have to do it. Well, that can be pretty frustrating. You can make a lot of mistakes, and there can be some pretty harsh consequences. Well, the first time you held money, you had a new job. That was a personal finance manager. And think about that. How much were you really taught about personal finance? How much were you really taught about managing money? Were you even asked what goals you had? Were you even given suggestions as to what goals to develop? Well, if you're part of that 90% of people, Americans who haven't had that, this is what this is for you. And I encourage you to learn from it, to repetitively watch these, and to share with others, to invite others to say, hey, take a look at this, to let other people know that you're making a change. And again, because it's New Year and 2020, New Year's Eve is often a time for resolutions, right? 3 common resolutions: lose weight, improve finances, particularly get out of debt, improve finances, and maybe relationships, okay? So I can help you on this one area, all right? I'm in my own journey on all 3 of those things as well. So I invite you to check it out, to follow me, to subscribe, to share it with others, and help them do the same, okay? So if your New Year's resolution is to get ahead financially, come back, watch our videos. If you just in general want to get ahead financially, take control of your money, or you have a goal of improving your financial management skills, getting out of debt, buying a home, preparing for retirement, these are the areas we're going to cover. What's really nice is, in addition to that financial experience I had, that's what got me into the disclaimer, I'm also a cognitive behavioral therapist. Okay, my primary profession for the past 20 years has been as a cognitive behavioral therapist. And it's this idea of helping to change ideas and put them into action. The basics, I think you actually know. Spend less than you make. It's really it, right? So if I used to ask clients, what are the 2 most important factors for losing weight? And almost all of them, diet and exercise. Diet and exercise. So I said, what are the 2 most important factors to getting ahead financially? Now that they started struggling, they started kind of scratching their head and thinking about it. It's the same, right? So diet and exercise. Diet is food in, and exercise is burning calories. So calories in, calories out. Same thing with money, right? So diet, calories in. That's money into your life. And then exercise is calories out, which is money out. So in weight loss or health, it's kind of the opposite, right? Fewer calories in and more exercise, more calories out. With money, you want more money in and less money out. What if that sunk in, people accept it, and actually I think in the back of most people's minds, they know it. The problem is putting it into action. That's where I tap into my cognitive behavioral experience. Okay? So I'm going to join together my financial experience and my cognitive behavioral experience, and hopefully this will bring value to you. All right? I hope that you will subscribe, that you will comment, that you will invite other people. And most importantly, I want it to be of value to you. So please let me know what isn't of value, and ask me questions. Give me topics you'd like me to cover. Again, this is just basic stuff. I won't really get into a lot of deep, hard things, because the fact of the matter is, if you earn an income at the average or above, average American makes about $50,000 a year, there's no reason why over the course of your life you can't become financially independent. There are factors on a case-by-case basis, of course. The thing is, the younger you are and the more you make, the better off you are, okay? The older you are and the less you make, it becomes more challenging. But challenges, things being hard, that doesn't have to stop you. And I want to be an encourager that whatever your financial situation is, that there is a way. Now, whatever that way is, it might not be something I can help with here and now, but it might be, okay? The way we think about money, the way we think about success, the way we think about what is and isn't possible is a tremendous factor. And that goes back to the cognitive behavioral component. That there's a great book out called Think and Grow Rich. It's kind of a difficult book to read because it's older. But the concept is our subconscious mind drives our behavior. And so part of the reason why I say repetition is you're going to hear different things the more often you listen. The more often you listen, the ideas and concepts also sink deeper into your mind. We are driven by subconscious thoughts. We are driven by the experiences of our past, but we don't have to be. We can currently change the way we think, and it can bring about change in our behavior and then change in our future. All right. So with that kind of message of hope and optimism, I want to end this video. So I'm asking you to look forward. I'm looking forward to it. At some point, I'll get graphics going. I'll get edited videos and just, maybe music and background. I don't know. But this is our first night. This is our first day. And I welcome you. So again, please subscribe, like this video, and make a comment of encouragement or make a comment of something you'd like to see in the videos moving forward. Okay? Once again, I'm Lawrence Sam. This is Money for the Win, episode 1. And I like to say I encourage you to be rich and to enrich others. What does that mean? What is rich? There's obviously the financial part, but richness of heart, richness of mind, richness of kindness and relationship, things that are important in your life. I want you to be rich in those things. Also, I'd love for you to take what you learn, to take that richness that you have and share it with others. So as always, I say, be rich and enrich others.